Okay, and we should be live. I'm gonna go ahead and give a stream alerts. And I'm actually hearing myself. There we go. Alright. Hello everybody, welcome to S1REN Official. If you're getting this on YouTube, we hack, we crack, we teach about ethical intrusion, and we have a blast doing it. We educate in cybersecurity. I don't care if you're new, if you're starting out, right? If you've been in this, maybe you consider yourself a moderate skill level, high skill level. Maybe you've been in this way too long, and you consider yourself a critical. Either way, welcome to S1REN Official. Check out our YouTube, check out our Discord, check out SHELLSHOCK.io for additional methodologies and resources. And in the meantime, I'm going to general chat here at Stream Alerts. We're live. Twitch.tv S1REN Official. All right, and currently, let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's reload this, and I'm gonna pull it up on my second monitor, my second computer over here. Welcome. I see we have about 6 viewers. Hello, everybody. Welcome to S1REN Official. And yeah. We're just gonna give a couple of minutes here. We're gonna wait for people to trickle in, and we're glad to have you. !YouTube. Discord, and bling bling for those that don't know the thing. That is YouTube, Discord, bling bling for those that don't know the thing. Welcome to the S1REN Official stream. We're just gonna keep giving that few minutes, let people trickle in. You know the drill. Grab your coffee, grab some water, grab whatever you like. But welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What are we currently at in our stream goal? 26 subs of 200. We got a little ways to go. That's okay. That's all right. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope you're all doing well. And maybe cooking with gas this afternoon. Maybe cooking with gas. Or wherever you are in the world. Shout outs. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be going through Roadhouse today. Roadhouse with Slayer Labs. And kicking ass with that. So welcome, intruders. Let's give it a moment to heat up, to warm up. Stick around. Stick around. We got some good machines to go through today.
Welcome home, Intruder. Welcome. Welcome.
Hey, we got somebody here. What's up, Nick Sec? Hey, S1REN, what's up, buddy? Welcome to S1REN Official. How'd you find us? How'd you find us here on S1REN Official? How'd you find me? Appreciate that you're here, buddy. Appreciate that you're here. Appreciate that you are here. First chat of the day from Nixack. Adon is Ryan. Nice, Siren is back hard. Dude, nice. Adon is Ryan is back. Welcome, Adon. Happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Hope you can kick back. Hope you can relax while we intrude into Roadhouse and some good networks. Here people are. Myth Monday, welcome back. Good day to you. Hope you're having a good one, my friend. Peace, love, positive mental energy in your direction. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, today we are going to be going over Roadhouse. And a couple of machines on there. Hey, thanks for the OSCP tips last time. Managed to pass with 90 points, my boy, my girl, my friend. Yes, that's what we're talking about around here. Look, another OSCP pass. Woo! Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. That's good stuff. Congratulations on the next step, Abyss, in your journey. Congratulations on the next step in your life. Lord Enver Gortash says hello. Welcome, Lord Enver Gortash. Tom69 Tom, love your streams, but don't like Twitch. Can't find you live on YouTube. That's okay. That is actually fine. If you can't find me live on YouTube, you can find the replays. So, exclamation point YouTube. Exclamation point Discord. Go ahead and let your friends know that Siren Official is live. We were hacking and cracking through Roadhouse today. I tell you, man, I lose these subs. It's like over the week. I can't be streaming every day. I got a formal job and career that I'm very grateful for. And very happy to have, making a lot of friends and doing good things. Doing good things. But on the weekends, you know, one of my days, like my plumbing went out yesterday. So I was gonna stream, I had everything ready to go, and then boom, my plumbing got backed up, and it was not fun, man. It was a moderate nightmare. But we got it all fixed up. We got it all fixed up. Good job, can't wait to try and get the OSCP in 1 month. Adon, you got this. You got this, man. Come on. And if you don't get it the first time around, you get it the second time around. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just stick to your enumeration, stick to your notes, stick to the course materials, stick to the methodologies provided here. And you're gonna pass, man. I believe in you. You've got this. You've got this. You've got this. You're gonna be an OSCP. Don't worry. If you're worrying about stuff, you're doing less thinking. You said once, alright, we got one chat here from Group Poll. Says, you said once that you don't use social networks for a variety of personal reasons. I am quoting you. Can you elaborate? Is it related to your hacking activity? I don't use social... It's really simple. I don't use social media networks because I don't like them collecting my data, information. I don't like integrating with people that I don't know, like on a face-to-face basis. It's just operational security. I don't do social media. The only social media that I really do, like, I don't do Instagram, I don't do Twitter, I don't do TikTok, I don't do any of those named ones, right? Facebook, I don't do any of that, right? What I do is I do LinkedIn, but that's professional, right? That's different. That's for work, that's for business. But that's why I don't use social media. You are welcome to use social media if you choose. That is up to you. You're welcome. Absolutely. You're welcome, my friend. You are welcome, you are welcome. Any other further questions before we start here today? Can't delete your data, by the way. I checked. With regards to what, you know, man, who knows? What, like on social media, if you go on Twitter, you can't actually delete your data? That sucks. That sucks, man. I feel like more control should be given to the hands of the people with regards to that stuff. But you give more control to the people and then they end up getting played somehow or another for money, greed, and men, so on and so forth. Somebody tries to find and make a buck. Somebody tries to find a way to make money off of that. But anywho's, and any whatsits. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your guys' lives are doing great. You know, we're in some hard times these days. But it is up to us to make the choice to focus on what's important. And that is our daily job, our career, chasing down an OSCP, whatever it might be. Whatever it might be. And in this case, you guys have decided, a couple of you, 14 of you have decided it is important to be at Siren Stream. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. Like, dude. I appreciate this entirely. We are the I wonder if this even works. The voodoo, hoodoo, people you don't dare do, people. So welcome back. To Siren Official. And even with 14 people, I think we can go ahead and go live, man. That's good. That's good, that's good. That's good, that's great. Let's check the chat, let's check Discord, everything Gucci there, Gucci game, Gucci life, etc. All doing well, great, great. And what is this? Whoa. We're back. We're back. Make no mistake. We are back. Where did we leave off last week? I think we got SHELLSHOCK on a machine. It was pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I forget which machine it was on. We'll find it again. We'll find it. It's one of these. It is one of these, for sure. But let's take a look around. I'm looking for web surface. So Roadhouse is kind of geared more towards like web, points of entry or web footholds, right? Largest attack surface in the world, as I have explained before. So if we can get a foothold through the web, usually we can get a foothold into the network, and that's going to be routed externally because that needs, oh, we missed something here. Hold on. How's your PDF uploads? Oh no, we already compromised this machine. Never mind. That machine is... This machine is pwned. It is owned. And our steps to reproduce, right? You want to provide your steps to reproduce, not just for yourself, guys, but primarily for your stakeholders, right? So in your reporting, a lot of stakeholders, a lot of clients are going to be like, how did you get to this point? How did you find what you found? How did you discover what you discovered? How were you able to exploit the system? Steps to reproduce, always valuable. Run with your formal description, CVSS, scoring, right? Picture evidence, you always need evidence. So picture evidence that you were able to do what you were able to do or find what you were able to find. That kind of stuff, right? All that good stuff. Me, I like the reporting process. I think the more accurate my report is, like, the more pretty it is, the more beautiful it is. It's just like taking pride in your own work, right? So, you know, pay that meticulousness attention to your reporting. Mucho importante. Super important. So, well, what I got? 39 here. Common name is over the top. Okay. So we already know, I've highlighted in orange here, we got some misconfigs. Like, come on. Apache, Tomcat, these days on 8080, JSP engine 1.1. And this one here is interesting. This one is just called speed, and there's nothing but port 80. There's no 80 into 22, so like usually if you were to see something like 22 and then S open and then SSH and then yada yada, that would mean your point of entry would generally be through the web into, if I could draw an arrow, into 22. But we don't have that, which means that what we can guarantee pretty much that whatever is here, it's process of deduction. It's finding that lowest hanging fruit. In this case, 80 is that lowest hanging fruit, right? So what do we need to do? We need to get down to enumerating it. I don't know any other way to put that. And I have already created a directory called speed, complete with exfil, files, users, hashes, passwords, creds, any vulnerabilities that we might come across. And let's get to it. If we go to machines, roadhouse, targets, speed. And here we are. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Killzanks. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Glad to have you. Super proud to have you. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the S1REN official family. And where we hack, crack, spoof code, debug, and get people prepared for their OSCP. That's what we do around here. That's what we do. That's what we do. So, here we are. We've got a machine, right? 10, you know, it's in scope. 10.25.1.40. Nmap came back with Apache HTTPD 2.2.14. I'm not really worried about this. But what I am seeing here is confirmation of the operating system, which is going to be Ubuntu, which if we backtrack, that's actually Debian-based. That's a Debian-based operating system. As is Kali, by the way. Kali is also a Debian-based operating system. So what we're going to do is export our URL to equal this. Target IP on port 80. /fuzz. We're going to test for files first, see if anything shakes loose. Then we're going to test for directories. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what goes, what comes out. We got an index.html. Let's pull that up. Got Burp Suite open and ready. Locked and loaded. 10.25.1.40 on port 80 /. And, no, this was this. I remember now. Jack's network speed and enumeration tests. Interesting, interesting. So we have speed.shell. When you guys see a shell script or a bash script like that, what comes to mind? If you see a server or a web server that is playing off of, you know, a bash script, can anybody tell me from cybersecurity history what comes to mind? What critical vulnerability existed, and what can we learn from that? What can we learn from that? If I look into this system here, we're also, while we're doing this, we're gonna supply an additional / here, and we're gonna be testing for directories using just raf large words. But, you know, bonus internet points, we got a CGI bin, man, things are just adding up here. We got a CGI bin with nothing in it. The actual web root could be different. But what do you guys think? If you had to hazard a guess, what do you think that this is? And why? Why? What critical vulnerability is this? And if it's only port 80, like, our scope zooms in and says, okay, bash script, port 80, what's the first thing we should be testing for? What is it? I see 14 people in chat, not many people talking, 15 people in chat. What are some things that we should be looking for? Might not be certain. That's okay. We can go to sirensecurity.io. And I have updated the blog, by the way, so if you have any friends, finally added a post on the blog, welcome Intruder to Siren Official. And yeah, it's got all the news and information that you need, all the links to be able to connect pretty much anybody. But if we go up here to all posts, I will give you a hint. It is one of these critical CVEs. It's on this page. And I'm gonna sit back here, man. What do you guys think it is? What do you think it is? What is, let me pull this up here. / speed.sh. What is this? What's going on here? What is it, guys? I'm gonna put my feet up on this one if I have to. Hello, good evening, welcome Kenny Canwell to Siren Official. We're going through Roadhouse at the moment, and we're tackling some pretty critical CVEs that taught us in the world of cybersecurity some very important things that we should not be doing into the future. This is one of those said critical CVEs, vulnerabilities or pieces of weaponized code. And I have the answer displayed here, but I'd really love for someone to spit it out for bonus internet points. Kenny would appreciate the follow if you're willing. Today I got a message that I passed the OSWA. Oh man. Thank you, Siren, for the inspiration. Yo, I am so happy to hear that. That certification, I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into that certification alongside some other bright minds at OffSec. And if you pass that, man, and you are OSWA certified, then as far as I am concerned, hypothetically, metaphorically, you know, chronologically speaking here, you are Siren Black Box Testing certified. You are good to go. And congratulations for being an offensive security web assessor. Shoutouts to Kenny Canwell. What was the question again? Well, we arrive on a page like this. We come across some directory busting, file busting, fuzzing. We're doing fuzzing at the endpoints, and we discover a .sh web server. Cough. Achoo. What could that possibly mean? What does that mean? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. You are most welcome. Congratulations to you, Kenny Canwell. Killzanks. What vulnerability are we looking for here? What vulnerability? I'll give you a hint. It's on my blog. It's one of these. One of these. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? How are we getting into this machine? Nobody. Dead silence. Total crickets. That's okay. The correct answer, I'll take it none of us know, is SHELLSHOCK. It ain't sequel. It's SHELLSHOCK. Once upon a time, an engineer was making the born-again shell. And, well, SHELLSHOCK, also known as bash store, is a family of security bugs in the Unix bash shell. Blow up this font. The first of which was disclosed on the 24th of September 2014. SHELLSHOCK was, or could enable an attacker to cause bash. That is bash. You know, if I echo $shell, what am I in? User bin bash. This is a bash shell. How in the hell are we gonna get a shell, right? How are we gonna get a shell that is something that is network facing from this? Well, one of the engineers behind the born again shell decided it was a good idea to put a kind of very complicated serialized network facing backdoor. What if the born again shell, developing into the future, into the 2000s, whatever it was, what if something off of the command line, what if our shell itself, what if our interactivity or our command line needed a network facing alternative? What if the internet grew that way, he thought? And so he had a little bit of a misnomer. But you see this type of like serialization that occurs here. User agent, yardy 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 yard. This is SHELLSHOCK. And essentially it allows us to just get a shell. I don't know any other way to put that. So we're gonna cancel out of this because this is a vulnerable version of, if we can do speed test on here, it takes us here. We see it's doing some system level operations, which by the way, we have enumerated some other information here. Rambo, Red Dawn, JAWS, Total Recall. And then there's a local system check to do add PS, netstat, top, intop, available CGI scripts, so we know it's working with CGI. We know it's working with a bash or a .sh bash web server. Bash was never, you are looking at a critical vulnerability in the world of cybersecurity, period. A critical attack vector that should never be repeated ever in the history of mankind. Ever should we have a /speed.shell. We do not want something that literally executes commands to have network facing capabilities. It's just that simple. We do not want that kind of thing. Otherwise, it's welcome. Welcome, Intruder. So we're going to set up a listening port on 9997. And I'm going to show you how easy this actually is. But first things first is we need our IP. And we're going to need to export a CMD. That is an environment variable on our attacking machine. And we're going to need to plug our IP in here. Private IP address space 172.20.0.2. That's us. That's us. And then we're going to curl, yeah, like Kitty Canwell said, the user agent, but more specifically, we're going to be curling this here. So I'm going to copy this in, I'm going to paste this. But it ain't example.com. Our target is in the web browser here. We have it right here. Boom. And let's make sure this is formatted correctly. Curl header, user agent. We have some serialization, and then we break into executing bin bash, and we're wrapping bin bash in the code that we want. And this here is also further serialization into the actual command that gets executed. This is ladder serialization and conclusion. You can find kind of, it looks like a polyglot online, but yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Kind of like Alex from The Expanse. Like, are you kidding me? This is a one-line shell. I can hit the return key and get a shell. That's it. Pay close attention. In fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this in here. NC-NLVP net listen verbose on port 9997. And we're gonna curl. And we've got a shell. That is it. We've got a shell on the remote machine. See how quick, you see how easy that was. That's SHELLSHOCK. I'm gonna echo. That's SHELLSHOCK right there. So, we've got SHELLSHOCK. Now we gotta start looking at ways to escalate our privileges. We've gotta make a stable shell, so on and so forth. Does that make sense to everybody? Is this adding up? Is this making sense? So that's SHELLSHOCK in a nutshell. And I'm going to use my breakout command, my bash alias, and I'm going to export some paths. Actually, let's see if we have a valid TTY. This is not a valid TTY, which means we need to get one. Is Python present? Username Python is present. And beyond that, we're going to export some environment variables. And the term for 256 color, alias LL. And then we're going to scare everybody half to death. We're going to Control Z to background the process. STTY raw-echo. You can find all of this on my blog. And now what we have is essentially a stable shell. That means I can hit Control C as much as I want. You can't hear it, but maybe you can hear it. Control C, and I'm not losing my shell. It is still with us. It is still with us. And here's a speed.shell. See? Shebang, bin bash, content type, text HTML. It's a web server from bash. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. From this point forward, can anybody tell me what we're looking to do? Can anybody tell me? Anybody at all? Guys, if you find that my methodologies have helped you in becoming successful in the industry, or even just a methodology or understanding security at a deeper level, I would kindly ask for your financial support through a subscription, and you get all the bling on top of that, and you get notified. We have somebody, Mayfield Pemberley is a welcomed intruder. Mayfield Pemberley, welcome to Siren Official. Let me drop the links for you, dude. Leave no man behind here. Hold on. We're gonna go in here. Exclamation point Discord. I got you. YouTube. And what is bling bling? 76.c. Check it out if you really want to know. So, here we are. And, you know, we're kicking ass. We're doing great. We're taking names. Next stage is going to be privilege escalation. And we have a real user on this machine, which means we're going to go back to our notation, right? I'm actually going to copy the command for our steps to reproduce, right? Because we need that. So we're going to go to our steps to reproduce. And we're just going to paste this in. Boom. That was our steps to reproduce. SHELLSHOCK. Bling bling. You're great, Siren. Subscribed. Have my OSCP last week of August. Dude, you got this, TomTom. You have got this. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you, man. Stick around. Stick to the streams. Stick to your course materials. Stick to your course materials. Make sure you're poning up that lab range. And show no mercy to it, man. That is your lab range. That is your lab range. You know what I mean? That is your chance to get in there and get your feet dirty. And you got this. Work on your Active Directory. You know, it's a shame. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't around for the previous Kinetic Labs, and if we have to revisit it at some time, we could turn it back on. But we made a script called Ghost Snare, which is not available here because I have a shell. But what is in Jack? For automating internal assessments of Active Directory. So we can CD into Jack's directory, which is great. He's got a bash history, but we got permission denied on all that jazz. Sudo as admin successful. Okay, so if we can switch over to Jack, then in essence we could sudo and potentially escalate our privileges. So underneath here, I'm just going to make another little note on privesc. On privesc, we have sudo as admin successful. That tells us that Jack is a sudoer, right? Through our enumeration, that tells us that Jack is a sudoer. And if Jack's a sudoer, that means he's got elevated capabilities, elevated privileges, and that's kind of what we want to do. We want to find a way to move laterally, like in this direction, right? Over to Jack, as opposed to, and then from Jack, once we get Jack, we want to move, once we get Jack, then we want to move in an upward direction, what we refer to as vertical escalation, right? Vertical escalation to root. So we're going to move laterally to Jack, abuse Jack's pseudo perms, presumably. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to try. We're going to try and find creds, credentials, that kind of thing. Let's check the world writable directories. Anything there? Anything there? We do have Pulse. I mean, I'm seeing Pulse. This could be a thing, in essence, in honest. Privesc, I'm putting down here, Pulse is an option. Pulse Privesc, is there such a thing? CD to temp, what's chilling in there? Orbit GDM. Let's check out / optional. iNet utils. Okay. We have internet utils located out of here. With root permissibility. Hello. ? question mark. Oh, I've got an idea. This was doing IO operations, right? This is pinging. If this is pinging, hold on. This is pinging. Let me show you kind of what I'm going for here. If this is pinging, /opt has inet utils. So if this is pinging, not exactly command injection, pings are happening here, right? What if there is a cron job or some IO, some system level IO operation occurring on the machine? If there is, we need to find it. Let's try pspy. What is this going to be? File on bin bash. This is a pspy 32. So we're going to go ahead and grab pspy 32. Good thinking though with command injection, Kenny. You start seeing stuff like this in input parameters, then you don't give up. Man, that's command injection. That spells out command injection. Let me get a sip of my water here. Ah, that's better. But, yeah. You see stuff like that, start thinking command injection, dude. 100%. I'm gonna hop over to my transfers directory. Just gonna type in transfers. And from here, we're gonna go to Linux Privask. And you'll notice that we have pspy. Maybe you don't see it, that's okay. Maybe it's off the screen. All right, let's go to transfers. And then we'll go to Linux Privask. And you'll see we have pspy 32, pspy 64, and all that good jazz, right? All that good stuff. All that good stuff. So, what we're going to be doing is transferring. I'm going to set up a simple HTTP server. So I'm going to type simple HTTP. And we're now serving a web server. And we're going to go back to the machine that we compromised. We're going to go to a world writable directory like var temp, right? I choose to live out of var temp. And then we're going to see if we have any file transfer capabilities. You know, what file transfer capabilities do we have? What do we have? What can we do in terms of file transfer? Well, which wget? Wget is present. Which curl? Curl is not present. But we can wget this, HTTP. We're going to need our IP address. Serving on port 8000. /pspy 32. And we hit the return key. Great. Now we need to permit it. Remember, it's transfer, permit, execute, chmod +x on pspy 32, and we're gonna let this run. This is one of those pen testers with their feet up moments, and I am curious if anything comes through and makes any modifications to that directory. Like if I refresh the page here, see that right there? Ping-c, but that's UID there. But as root, they are pinging a server with the counts of 1. Every time I refresh the web server, those bash operations are getting executed. No cap. That's for real. So that is kind of a demonstration. What we're going to do here is kind of just chill for 5 minutes. We're going to see if there's any IO operations. They did, you know, the author did say, you know, what justifies that? Well, the author did say that they're going to add things like PS. They may be present, netstat, top, intop, available CGI scripts, you know, Apache version. This is like a machine that is kind of in development. How do you stop pspy without losing a shell? I got you, my friend. Siren Security, let's just Google Siren Security breakout. And I'm going to hit you up with this link. That is your answer. My breakout sheet You don't want to lose a shell. You want a stable shell. Scroll down to the stable shell portion. And I got you, Kenny. I got you. Good stuff though, right? Does that kind of demonstrate what we're talking about here? How it is executing root is UID 0 is going out of /opt and it's executing with the counts of one ICMP packet. It's checking to see which of, you know, its neighbor servers on that Class C subnet are still alive. I mean, what is the burning question on the mind of every dyslexic existentialist? Is there a dog? I do not get that. All the troubles you have will pass away very quickly. They got like a little fortune cookie thing up here. That's very nice. So this could be a rabbit hole. It could be that that exists and it executes, but there's no, it could be that there's no IO operations. There's no write operations that are occurring, right? Let's see. Let's see if any of these are actually, see, I hit Control C out of that, exiting program, interrupt, but we still have our shell and we still have our TTY on this machine. Now these are all owned by root, and I do not think we can write to any of these. I see no W permissibility, which is to our own grave misfortune. To our own grave misfortune, which, by the way, we do need to actually, to the network's grave misfortune, we know that there is, oops, nano users. There's a new system level user across the network named Jack. So we've enumerated that, and for later hacks down the line, we're gonna put that in our root of this Class C engagement. Any users we come across, passwords, any hashes as well that needs to exist. So it's on a per machine basis, on a per network basis as well. We've got our scope, right? We've got everything in here that we're ready for this, you know, we're ready for this engagement. Targets, back to speed. We're gonna nano users. We got Jack in here. What's up, Jack? System level user. And, you know, system level user. Got Jack. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, S1REN, why aren't you just using linps? Because we can use tools, right? This is an important thing. We can use tools that will help us, right? But if we don't understand the misconfigurations and if we don't understand Linux privilege escalation like to its core, you know, we might not be able to run or execute linps in the wild. That might get caught by some intrusion detection system, IDS, IPS, EDR. It might get caught by something like that. And I don't want to be caught with my pants down. I want to be snooping around. I want to be doing manual enumeration. And then I want to hit this machine right where it counts. So let's check the root file system. Anything stand out? It's SE Linux. Okay, yikes. It is a little bit of a yikes there. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We still have Pulse. We have sudo as admin successful. This was a no-go. This did not work. Nothing came through, but it was good as an educational resource to kind of show you how UID 0 is coming in every time we refresh this page and it's executing ping. The thing is, it doesn't take any parameters, I don't think. Let's go ahead and check. cd var www. Let's see, can we put in any parameters into this? Cat speed.shell. And let's see if it takes any parameters, man. Head, body, FOT, user games, fortune. So that's a fortune telling kind of game. Question mark. Huh. What if we could command inject RDC is equal to ping? This is hard coded. So there's no input variables here. Yikes. And then echo RDC, the results of RDC, but we do not have any input variables, it looks like. No command line arguments like $1, $2. This just reads from a file. The question is, does it read from that file as root? CD to user games and file fortune. Okay, what if can we MV fortune to fortune back? That's gonna be permission denied. That's root. If we could have done that, we could have replaced the binary with something that was malicious and gotten ourselves a shell. But that doesn't seem to be the case. What about /fortune -- help? Is there any pagination? Hold on. We could do a pagination exploit on fortune. /fortune. Maybe we can use it to read Etsy password. Not a fortune file or directory. Fortune on Etsy. Not a fortune file or directory. So there's a certain, the binary is looking for a certain nomenclature there, but that's not entirely out of the game just yet. Let's go ahead and start checking for, I'm gonna type Linux post. This is available on my blog as well, SirenSecurity.io. And we're gonna scroll up to the top. We're gonna grab suets. Let's check. Whoa. Okay. We have PKExic. This is PWNKIT. This means we can get that, but I'm looking for a misconfig. So we do have compromise. This is for sure compromise. Right there, we can get root. But I am looking for a misconfig, and if you guys help me, we might be able to spot it. That's for sure compromise. That's going to be PWNKIT.c. And that gets its own little box. It all just goes inside of a box. Elegant. Executive. PWNKIT.c. Beautiful. So this is what we're going to call backburner. Right? This is backburner. This is, I don't want to have to do it. Right? I don't want to have to do this. But let's see what else is in here. Sudo edit. Hold on, there was also a sudo edit. Hold on. There was a sudo edit privilege escalation. Let's go ahead and head over to GTF opens just for a minute. What are we looking for here with these? Hey, we got ShredArc, welcome, and thank you for the follow to S1REN Official. Let me help you out, my friend. It is !YouTube, !Discord, and !bling bling if you're not familiar with the thing. So, dude, welcome. 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 So what do we got going on here? What are we looking for? We're looking for anything exotic. Anything, you know, like, just think like a belly dancer, right? We're looking for something super exotic. What in here is the belly dancer? Where's the belly dancer in here? Where's the exotic thing that stands out? How do you determine what's exotic, S1REN? How do you get there? It's actually fairly simple. It comes with experience, it comes with time, and a little bit of cross-checking manually, right, with GTF opens. Is fuser amount going to be there? No. Like, I can tell you certain things that are not going to be there. What about X? XXD, but no flat-out X executable. What about MTR? I don't think MTR is going to be here. It is as a sudo, but we're looking for something that would be an identifier on suites. X does seem odd. What is, you think X seems odd? Okay. Not an authorized, we're not authorized to run an X server. That's just out of the gate, that's why. But, and this is SC Linux, it's a little bit different, so it's gonna come with different suites. What if we run groups on Jack? Sambashare. Netstat-ton-lp. 631. That's cups. That's cups. Huh. I mean, anything else? RCP? Sudo edit? What's that? Sudo edit vulnerability or privilege escalation? Sudo edit privilege escalation as of 2023. Sudo edit local privilege escalation. I mean, that's pretty recent. Only a year ago. Sudo edit was super deadly. Can you imagine, you know, something just sitting there in sudo for so many years? Page is unresponsive. Come on, Medium. Let's try it, Firefox. Alright. Yes, we know how sudo works. Tester all root. So we could assume this is something like Jack, right? Maybe sudo edit some privileged file. What is all the code about? So we have a GitHub tool here. Sudo edit -s. How to check if you were affected. If you receive a usage or error message, sudo is not vulnerable. If the result's a segmentation fault, sudo is vulnerable. Okay. Is it, what was it, a heap spray, I think? Let's check out exploit.py. And yeah. Yeah, it's a heap base. Buffer overflow, privilege escalation. We're gonna drop this in our notes. Under privesc. Under the privilege escalation section, we've definitely got a few routes, right? We're not left with like one route, but there are a few routes here. Additionally, backburner includes sudo edit. We also have sudo edit privilege escalation. And look, no linps was even utilized thus far. 0 linps. We have no linps. And it's totally doable. Let's see. So yeah, we could go ahead and get root real quick, but I'm still looking for what? Misconfigurations, man. Misconfigurations. I don't know what else to say. Let's check Etsy. Is there anything in here that is not root, you know, cups, root fuse, root daemon? Did Jack come in and do anything? Did another user come in and do anything? We have CouchDB. That is kind of just chilling there. That is kind of mad chilling. But CouchDB, what port does CouchDB? The CouchDB doesn't run a port 631. CouchDB port. CouchDB is listening, yeah, but the database, my dude, the database. 5984. And that is not present on this machine. Let's cd into it anyway. Config info, anything we can read here? Any CouchDB, you know, config credentials, usernames, passwords, anything we could use to get Jack's password. It would be great, but there's admins and, you know, my secret password, but that's commented out. See that little comment there? Yeah, Jack is here. Let's cat Etsy password. You'll see Jack is here. These are level 1000. Execute Ben Bash. Let's see. Let's see the var spool mail. Var mail. So there's no mail. What about extended capabilities? Get cap -r / redirect all to dev null. Any erroneous output? No extended capabilities. Yikes. Let's grep for passwords, see if we have write execution on it. No, we do not, so no backdoors there. I don't know, man. I don't know. We might have to hit this at the kernel level. We might just have to. We might have to go heavy and hard on this. Either with PWNKIT or sudo edit, but we did PWNKIT before, so why not demonstrate sudo edit? Is there anything else I can think of though? I mean, PSAUX grep-i for root, --color equals auto. So anything down through the system level square brackets here, anything happening, anything funny happening, any IO operations, cron is running. I mean, we can cat /etsy cron tab, but it doesn't look like there's any cron jobs there. Cron tab -l, no cron tab for www data, cd to etsy, and cd to cron dot d, cat dot placeholder. Nada. I've seen stuff in the placeholder directory before as well. Let's cd to cron dot, I don't know, hourly. I've seen stuff left behind in the placeholder. cd to cron dot daily. So daily, we got a couple of things happening here. Cat dot placeholder. 0 anacron. Popularity contest. mlocate. It's like it's all here for cron to do something daily, but it doesn't look like we have any actual. It's like it was placed there. It's like it's good to go, but it didn't actually. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got going here, man? Nothing on shadow. I mean, Jack is there. Let's go back to Jack. There is a Mozilla directory. Hold on. .mozilla? cd.mozilla? Permission denied. Damn it. Because if... I'm pretty sure there is a Mozilla password recovery tool GitHub. There is a tool that we could use, Firefox Decrypt, which requires folder container, folders containing profiles.ini, and then we could decrypt his password. That would be an option. The thing is, it's permission denied. Can I LSA anything inside of .mozilla? Anything hidden? Cannot access. No. Access control list abuse. cd.config. This is genome session. Let's config for the genome. Documents. Nothing in his documents. What's on his desktop? Nothing on his desktop. CD pictures. Nothing in there. What about his bash RC? Nothing sensitive. Nothing sensitive. Alright, alright. Huh. I wonder if this cat examples.desktop. Whoa. Downloads into iNet utils. It's all FTPD. This is all iNet utils information. Okay. Everything else permission denied. So, hold on. Is it in here? CD Nautilus. Here we are. There's his Ubuntu image. Downloaded iNet utils. This is by Jack, which means we can run any of these as Jack. Like, we can run /telnet. I don't know, wait, cd telnet. And then if it's compiled, which it does not seem to be, but still walking through this. Still walking through this. grep-rin for password from / and actually let's control C out of this to dev null. Just trying to see if there's anything left behind.
Welcome, intruder. Welcome.
Oh boy. We're gonna have to wait for this to finish. You ever check capabilities or is it far off? Yeah, no, we checked extended. We did like get cap-r. We already did that, and unfortunately there is no extended capabilities. We can do a double check on that though. Once this find command is basically done. Might have lost our shell without, I mean, it could take a time. I mean, we did say on the root file system, it could take some time here. Sorry, missed it. Took my 5-minute break. Dude, take your time. It's all good. It's all good. We're just chilling. Ah. Question mark. How long will this take? Might even just be quicker to Control Z this. No. This is taking its time. That's okay. So we have a pseudo edit. This is like a for sure compromise. That's another for sure compromise. Just looking, you know me, I like to look for misconfigs thoroughly. Because if we can get escalation through misconfiguration, that's ideal. So, let's see Hey buddy. My cat is like rubbing his head up against me. What's up, pal? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and have to kill Netcat here. Have to kill name. Or kill L-9 Netcat. And then we'll send along. Get our shell back. And I'll show you how we get a stable shell again. Someone else was asking about that. I'm gonna use Python to import a valid TTY. We're gonna export our paths. I don't know what distribution I'm coming into. Like, I mean, I will, but you know, it's still good to have all your environment, like global, distro global. And I export LL to clear the screen and list everything out hidden, sort it by time. And then we hit Control Z on our keyboard and use the stty raw-echo into the foreground statement. Hit the return key twice into stty columns, set some rows, set some columns. And I don't think there's anything else in here, man, like catindex.html. There just really isn't anything else. So what we're gonna do is go for the pseudo edit. That's what we're gonna do. Which means we need to hop over to our transfers directory and get down to it. I mean, there's no really other way. I'm gonna go to here. And I'm not going to go with Firefox Decrypt on this, but we are going to get the raw version of this. And Python is present on the system, so if we're putting two and two together, it might just be a pseudo edit privesc that is required. We're going to wget that pseudo edit privesc, which was a massive CVE, super critical. Let's see if we can actually successfully exploit it. We're going to start a simple HTTP server here and grab our IP. You know the drill, we're in a world writable location. That means we can read, write, and execute from vartemp. We're going to wget http // our target, or our serving, our attacking machine, excuse me, /exploit.py, and we're going to let that go. And then chmod plus x on exploit.py. We're going to run python exploit.py, and it says no module named argparse. Interesting. What about Python 3? Not currently installed. Let's take a look at this. So if argparse isn't on the system, that is fine. There is something we can check for to see if it's actually even vulnerable. There's a command we can run. If we get a seg fault on this, that requires us to run sudo edit. Well, then we might have to go with PWNKIT. So let's clean up exploit.py. And let's take a look around. There was PWNKIT right in here. We're gonna make dir PWNKIT and be PWNKIT.c to PWNKIT. CD to PWNKIT, simple HTTP server. And we're gonna hop back over to our shell. wget http:// on 8000 /PWNKIT.c. Now the question is, do we have compilation capability? Which we do. That's good. That's promising. Let's cat PWNKIT.c. Usually in the, I mean, if they're good, they're gonna show any special compilation options. They do. GCC-shared. And we're gonna come down here and make this correct as lowercase PWNKIT.c, outkit as S1REN official, and compile it. And that just compiled without a hitch. chmod plus x, so compile, permit for execution on S1REN official, even though it's execute there. And somebody tell me to hit the return key, man. Somebody send the command. Tell me to hit the return key. Let's see if we get that bling bling. Go, 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 says Kenny. Oh no. Oh no. We are root. Good job, Kenny. Let's bling bling. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we do around here. And what is news notes? Woo! We got it, boys and girls. If you're new to S1REN Official, if you're tuning in now, welcome to the science and technology section of twitch.tv. More specifically, and even sub-niche, InfoSec, information security. So welcome to S1REN Official if you are here. What is S1REN Official? I am a streamer. I try to give people in the world of information security, cybersecurity, not just ethical guidelines, but, you know, how to become like lethal Navy SEALs are cracking. And we work together as a community around here. We spread peace, love, positivity, and positive mental vibes at all times. So welcome. We keep it retro, we keep it cool, and we do academia for offensive security here. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Drop a follow if you feel that my methodologies have helped you in the past. Drop a sub, drop a subscription. But we've got loot. We've got loot out of the root directory, and that is news notes. Meeting with Tyrell went well. The merger is a go. Migrating our business model into producing replicants will be a challenge. Little ode there to Blade Runner. He kept mentioning things about the Abyss. I think it's a machine they have on their side. Management said we have a guy here with access to them. Chuck keeps talking about a neat security tool and quotes that movie with a clown. Interesting, like Why So Serial. Ah, so there's gonna be some Why So Serial going on here. This goes into our intel book. So everything we collect on a machine, generally you want to exfil that intel, because we always strive as penetration testers for the highest level of compromise that we can, and we've gotten additional intelligence on this network. S1REN, which is your weekly streaming routine? I don't know, man. Sundays seems like a good day for me, because Saturdays I usually got chores and crap like that. But Sundays, I try to stream on Sundays, and as we're doing today. And yeah. So, meeting with Tyrell, we have a potential user on the network. But Sundays there, Tom Sundays. Meeting with Tyrell went well. The merger's a go. Migrating our business model into producing replicants will be a challenge. He kept mentioning things about the Abyss. I think it's a machine they have on their side? Question mark, maybe an internal machine? Management said we have a guy here with access to them. So, if that is the case, let us switch user to Jack and see if Jack had any pseudo privileges. Might have, but we do not have the password for Jack. We have an option. We can, as root, we can unshadow it and attempt to gain it that way. Let's exit this, get back to root. I'm gonna attempt something here, something just mad, something absolutely crazy. But what we're gonna do is go to our directory here, and what we're gonna do is go to exfil. We're gonna go to our exfil directory. We're gonna touch our password file, touch a shadow file, and we're gonna see if we can recover the credentials of Jack. Because maybe, I mean, is this Jack? Like, Jack? If so, we need those creds. We need those creds for sure. Touch password, touch on shadow. So what we're gonna do is go back here. We're gonna clear this out. We're gonna cat. Oh. We gotta actually set our environment variables here. This is where my breakout command comes in handy. Set the environment variables there. Set the terminal. And we're also gonna set a command here. Clear this out. There we go, nice and clean. Cat Etsy password. And we're gonna copy all of this over to the password file on our attacking machine. We're gonna nano PASSWD, paste it in, done and done. Now that we're root, we can cat Etsy shadow. And there's Jack in his little, you know, his deal there. There's his deal. Now there's an exclamation point for root. Was it? Wait a second. Oh no, that's normal. Okay, okay. Let's nano shadow. Could be an SE Linux thing maybe? I'm not sure. But what we're gonna use is a tool called unshadow. So if we look this process up on the internet, John and unshadow. Cracking Etsy shadow with John. So you unshadow password.txt or whatever, shadow, password, shadow, and output to unshadow. So we're gonna use the unshadow tool built into Kali Linux, password, shadow, and output to unshadowed. And then we cat unshadowed, and there we have it. Now that we've got that, what we can do is run John on unshadowed -- word list is equal to users share word list rocku.txt and see if we can get back any credentials, man. I'm, you know, my fingers are crossed here. If not, it's potentially not meant to be cracked. Which, you know, this is what it is. Let's give this some time. Let's see if John turns anything back. Let's see if John comes back with anything at all. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, And it looks like John is still running. Okay. That's fine. That's fine, that's okay. Let it run. If it's not in there, then like... If it's not in there... That's okay. Maybe we hashcat it? Maybe that's just like a false lead. I'm not sure. Like, maybe we misinterpreted. It's entirely possible we've misinterpreted this message. Unless... Hold on. Hold on, man. Root has a bash history too. Okay. So nothing there. But got Etsy sudoers. Root is permitted to all. So it looks like Jack was a suitor. That was a false lead. Jack can't represent allow members of groups pseudo groups on Jack. He's not a member of the sudoers group. Okay, so Jack, we were wasting our time, but that's okay. We looked for misconfigurations first, which is good. You know what I mean? That's the important part. We looked for misconfigurations first, and we will keep continuing to look for misconfigurations, because that is how people learn. If anybody has any questions whatsoever, I don't care if you're new, there is no such thing as a dumb question. Please, by all means, go ahead and ask your questions. If you have any questions thus far on how we compromise this machine, in fact, we're going to go back to our steps to replicate this, and go to our machines here, targets, steps to reproduce, cd var temp, transfer PWNKIT.c, and then cd var temp cat PWNKIT.c, which GCC, verify that we can compile, which we can, user bin GCC, good, and then we compiled specifically with these arguments. So you got root on a machine, it does not mean you can do anything. And for important information, you must hack other accounts. Yeah. Oh yeah, man, we're crawling through this network. Make no mistake. And then we just run /PWNKIT. That is bling bling. That is root. So we got our 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 5, verify that it is present. There's the output, it is present. And then we run this. By step 7, we have due to SHELLSHOCK. This was SHELLSHOCK. Welcome, Cyrivs89. Welcome, welcome. And you know what we do with this machine? Now that we got it up here, we give it the big old pooned color. So we're gonna highlight this and set the background color to red, and you know, just verify that that is in fact owned And we're gonna set the text here to all black. And there it is. This machine has been owned. Evoscape _ says, good evening all. Welcome to welcome Evoscape to Siren Official. Let me hook you up, my friend. If you haven't followed along, that's okay. We discovered a web server that was running some kind of susness. More specifically, we did some fuzzing, found speed.shell, and on my blog, we have SHELLSHOCK. I walked everybody in this VOD through SHELLSHOCK, and as a result, we got shell. And that got us in as www data. There's a blog article on sirensecurity.io on SHELLSHOCK if you'd like to read into it more and get the commands yourselves. Here's a reference, everything you need to know about SHELLSHOCK. I include sources wherever I can. But welcome, Intruder. Welcome. Cyrus89. Welcome. Glad to have you. But yeah, so that's our steps to reproduce. This machine is owned. And we have our info exfiltrated. I'm gonna get rid of any redundancy here. Now that we have our steps to reproduce, I don't need any of this. This would usually go into a separate file, but seeing as we're doing it all in one file here, I'm gonna keep things nice and tidy. And that is it. This machine is owned. Let's just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful that is. I'll have a moment of silence for 10.25.1.40. Let us take off our hats out of mutual respect. 10.25.1.40 did not last long. It fought valiantly. It really did. But in the end, 10.25.1.40 did not make it. A moment of silence. So that's one machine down. How far into this stream are we? 1 hour 32 minutes. Righteous. Guys, I kind of want to take this time. Let's take another like 20 or 30 minutes, and we're just gonna, instead of cracking another machine, this is for information security, cybersecurity. I would like to I want to do something a little different. If you're struggling, if you are learning, do you have any Q&A? Do you have any questions? I will be taking questions from the chat for the next 30 minutes. So we're just gonna kind of chill here. We're gonna relax. We have pwned this machine, and up until hour 2, and then I will catch you guys next Sunday, or rather this coming Sunday, for another stream. But now we gotta start addressing people's questions and answers, because this is also, I mean, we do education hands-on, but we also want to answer questions that people might have, areas that they're struggling, resources that they might need. Clay Hacks, what's up, dude? Glad to have you here, just hopping in. Yo, Clay, you're always appreciated, my friend. Always appreciated. Sad to see you're not a subscriber, Clay. Upset. Hope you're doing well, buddy. No, it's all cool. Don't give me your money, Clay. Hope you're doing well. How's your job coming? Back home from a long, wild, crazy first week at a new pen test gig. New pen test job. Nice, bro. Congratulations. Things are looking on the up and up for you, Clay. Up and up and up and away. Look at you. Doing good, Intruder. Doing good, doing good. Does anybody have any, like, questions pertaining to cybersecurity in the chat? I'd like to kind of end this out by answering any questions, maybe resources people might need. Thanks, Heart, super awesome team and company all around. Dude, that's what's up. I'm super happy with the team and the company that I'm at as well. Super honored to have that. And things are going good, man. Things are looking on the up and up all around. But if people don't want to ask questions, if they're not looking for that kind of thing, that's fine. Maybe that's just not the jive today. We can hack another machine. I'm down with it, man. We can hack another machine. I got no problems. There's no problems here. But if you could ask Siren anything, what would it be? That's kind of what I'm offering here. GCC. So you want to know about GCC and CC? What is GCC? What is CC? Want to go back to that? Or are you just commenting GCC heart? I mean, I don't think there was any other options. F stuff. No extended. We got ext4 standard. No additional mount options. 0. Then FMT miscellaneous.
Welcome, Intruder.
No exec, no suid, no dev. Oh, no, read my previous. I sometimes tried compiling on Kali when no GCC on target, but always failed. Any thoughts? Yeah. We can do that, man. There's nothing like, I can show you some cross-compilation action. Why not? Let's rm PWNKIT.c over here, and let's do it. Let's do some cross-compilation. First things first is file on Ben Bash. We need to make sure that our target machine, that we're compiling correctly for our target machine. So it's a 32-bit machine, LSB executable, no pi. So whatever it is here, this is what needs to match when we compile over here. So here we are with PWNKIT, right? And let's cat PWNKIT. Let's make sure that we do still compile it with the recommended options. Now watch what happens when I compile it on my attacking machine. So we're going to go over the process of cross-compilation. This is a very important process. And we're going to change this to PWNKIT because I have it lowercase. And output as PWNKIT. And that'll go through without a hitch because we're on Kali. We are on a compilation machine extraordinaire. You know what I mean? We're on Kali Linux, for goodness sake. If it doesn't compile on Kali Linux, So, we got PWNKIT there. That's great. Let's run file on PWNKIT. Oh no, that's a little different, isn't it? That's a 64-bit LSB shared object. So we have this versus this. Yikes, that's not going to execute, will it? So what we can do is tack on, I believe it is -M32. There's an M32. M32. GCC, let's do a little reference here. GCC compile 32-bit. I believe it is just, yeah, it is, but it's over here. -M32. Does it compile still? Did it give it to us? Let's rm the binary. See if it fatal errored. That's a fatal error. No such file or directory. So it seems that's fairly interesting. How in the heck are we gonna get a 32-bit compile? That is very interesting. in word size here. I'm gonna copy this. Let's do a little research, just for funsies, to make it more difficult on ourselves. What if we wanted to cross-compile? This is a part of the glibc. So what we got to do is apt-get and install this. Sudo switch user. My library keyboard here. And good stuff. Unable to locate package. Like, really? Really? Apt-get update. We're gonna see if we can do this. I'd like to be able to cross-compile it, mode 32. That would be fancy. Let me see what's going on here. That is not it. Or we would have to enable multi-architecture support. Yeah, that could be the case. So we have to enable it first, and then apt-get update. Let's give that a minute. So it looks like dpkg-add architecture i86 support, and we're on x86-64, so this should really actually be perfect. It should work just fine. No problem, TomTom. If you feel that I'm helping you or assisting you here, dropping a sub always helps, my friend. It always helps. A couple bucks goes a long way towards my car payment these days. Alright, skipping that, that's fine. Let's see if that did the trick. Unable to locate package. Still unable to locate package. This might not work. Could be our sources. I don't want to break things too much with cross-compilation. Yeah, no, that's still not gonna work. This is where you could have like a 32-bit version running just for this purpose. Let's check nano etc apt source list. Let's see if we got this in here. If not, it's not even gonna resolve. We got non-free Kali rolling main. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see, dev src, dev source, and then do an apt-get update. Damn. It is not having it. It is not having it at all. Maybe it's because we're virtualized? Question mark. What about libc? What about libc i86? No, unable to locate package. I mean, we could use mingw maybe? No, mingw is gonna be for... can we cross-compile? compile with MingW? I mean, we might be able to just cross-compile with MingW. In which case, we would do something like this. But we still get fatal errors on that. Warnings are okay. Fatal errors, not okay. Update one by one, yeah. Share PWNKIT.c. Oh, that'd be for 64-bit. I mean, I have Ming. I have MingW, like, no doubt. I'm gonna make a test thing here. Let's touch test.c, nanotest.c. And then let's try compiling with that. Yeah, no, MingW is for Windows. That's not gonna work. What am I thinking? But gcc-m32 PWNKIT.c-o PWNKIT. Yeah, we're running into errors here with mode 32. Let's try the full thing. Full thing here. And see if we can modify this, if it needs to be modified. What about lib? Yeah, just unable to locate package. Build essentials. I mean, we have build essentials, right? Yeah, those are already there. We already have the build essentials. GCC multi-library. Alright, that's going. Let's let GCC multi-lib run. More the merrier there. Sure that we have all those dependencies. I mean, I could run a locate on this. Not present. Relog in or restarts required. Please consider relogging in. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Hey, that works. We got a compilation. Dude! File on PWNKIT. ELF 32-bit LSB, so that was the trick. Let me put that in chat. Add this to your notes. Add this to your notes, add this to your notes. Class, add this to your notes. Cross-compilation requirement. So we got that, right? But we're not done yet, I don't think. I mean, is it a perfect match? It's gotta be a perfect match for it to cross-compile. Because we just love to make things hard on ourselves around here. And then let's copy like Ben Bash. All right, so ELF 32-bit, LSB executable, LSB shared object, dynamically linked. I don't see anything regarding pi or no pi. We can give it a go. I don't see why we can't try this. Let's start up a simple HTTP server, and let's try transferring PWNKIT outright as an executable binary. And we're gonna wget HTTP port 8000 / PWNKIT chmod plus just 755 on PWNKIT and /PWNKIT, and we are root. It worked. That's cross-compilation. Do this end up on YouTube as well? Does this end up? Yeah, I'm gonna be putting this on YouTube 100%. This is going in there, and I'll tag it as a little bit of cross-compilation and SHELLSHOCK. You know, it'll be in there. It'll be in there. But guys, I think we have rooted this machine, man. We have gotten everything that we need here. Anything in this API? Nothing there. Great work. Thanks. Hey, thank you so much, TomTom. Feel free to drop a follow. Feel free to drop a sub if you feel that I've assisted you here today. But thank you so much for being a part of S1REN Official. Either way, I didn't get into security for the money, man. I got into security for the fun, to be able to help people, to keep it protected, their information protected, and to, you know, just give it my all. So let's go ahead and wrap things up here. I don't know what happened, dude. Was that the cross-compilation? Hold on 1 second. Something is occurring on my machine. I don't know what's going on. A white hat is earned. Hello? Hello? Are we back? Hello? Intruders? You guys still there? Intruders? Are you still present? Look, thank you guys. SuperX Hacker says back. Whew. Welcome back. So guys, hello, yeah, all right, EvoScape is here. All right, cool. I don't know what happened there, man. But nonetheless, guys, I just want to say thank you all for being a part of this stream. Thank you all for being a part of the S1REN Official family. I know a lot of you guys remember me streaming back in the days in OffSec. Well, I am streaming live here again. I want to say that, yeah, this world is a little bit of a hell right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you gotta never back down, never surrender, never give up, stand up for what's right, and you know, keep pursuing cybersecurity, keep pursuing it. It's a fun field. We're always growing, we're always learning. It's an ever-changing landscape, and I'm happy to have you guys here. If you feel that a subscription is in your heart, that would mean everything. Otherwise, don't worry about it. It's all good. Nonetheless, peace, love, prosperity, live long and prosper, and I hope to see you guys next week on Sunday. Saturday, you know what Saturdays are, man. It's Saturday's chores days. I gotta get stuff done, etc. You know? But Sunday, I will see you back here. Thank you all. Be sure to check this video out on YouTube. It should be up within a couple of hours. And happy hacking, intruders. Take care.